I've got a new camera and this is it, the DJI Osmo Action 3. A few weeks ago when I loaded my last long video, I started it with this next clip. I'm about to go into a retailer and pick up a new waterproof action cam. In next week's video, I'll tell you all about the camera and why I decided to buy it. But it didn't work out as planned. Now I could moan on for quite some time about it, but I'm not going to. Let's just say that the shopping experience, the customer experience was shockingly atrocious. You know, whenever I can, I do try and visit physical retailers because I think it's important. If I can buy something from a physical retailer, I'd much rather do that than buy it online. But when you have retailers like this giving such shoddy performance and such shoddy customer care, it's no wonder people shop on Amazon. You know, it would have been far easier for me to sit at home at my kitchen table and do the research and then order from Amazon or another kind of online retailer, and it would have saved me the 2-hour round trip and it would have saved me a whole hunk of diesel, you know. Anyway, the upshot is that I did sit down with a mug of coffee at the kitchen table, surrounded by my dogs. I did the research and I ordered it through Amazon, and it was delivered the next day, and it was cheaper. So the reason that I need another camera, I've got loads of other cameras. I've got compacts like the one that I'm filming on now. I've got my phone, I've got DSLR. But living in a temperate rainforest in Wales, I really do need something that's waterproof and robust enough to put up with the environments that I take it in. Not only did the camera that I was going to get have to be waterproof and robust, it had to be compact so it's easy to pack, had to be versatile, had to shoot in good quality, and above all, it had to be super easy to use. As well as my kind of how-to videos and equipment reviews that I normally put out, I really want to have a go at vlogging, you know, sharing my adventurous life here in Wales where I live, and also showing elements of expedition planning and preparation, showing training for expeditions, and showing the use of some of the equipment that I talk about in live situations. GoPro, there's a fly on the screen. When I first started looking for a new camera, my initial thought was to look at a GoPro. I've had a GoPro Hero 4 before and I quite enjoyed it, but it didn't give me what I want now. But some of the new models did. However, I did look at the reviews online and some of them were quite scathing, and there were a few things there that gave me cause for concern. But it was whilst I was researching the GoPro on YouTube that I came across this, and this is what I've got, obviously, because it's here, the DJI Osmo Action 3. This does feel a bit weird, filming a camera with another camera to talk about this camera that I'm going to be using to do what this camera is now doing. I've got to warn you that this is not a technical review on any level. I'm totally technically inept when it comes to this kind of stuff, which means I'm pretty clueless. If you want a review, there are some fantastic reviews on YouTube. I'll drop a couple of links below in the description. This is my take on the DJI Osmo Action 3, giving you some examples of why I purchased this camera, why I think it's good for me. It does loads more than I'm capable of doing now, but I am learning, and I am learning fast. When I say it's waterproof, I mean it's waterproof to a depth of 16 meters without any additional case. So it's going to be great for kayaking, for fishing, for snorkeling, for swimming, that kind of stuff. If I want to go deeper, there is another case that I can buy to put this in. It takes it down to, I think, a depth of 40 meters, but I don't scuba dive anymore. This camera has 3 microphones, so the sound quality really is quite good, even without an external mic. And one of these microphones somewhere has got like a wind deadening function, which is really useful when I'm filming outdoors. But sometimes it's really windy here, so to combat that wind even further, I bought one of these little sponge camera cover things that deadens the wind even more. I've tried it, I've seen videos of it, I've tried this one out, and it does work really well. It's just a few quid. I'll drop a link in the description below to that and to everything that I use in this video. Both the front screen and the back screen on this camera are touch screen, which makes them really intuitive and easy to use. Another great benefit of the front screen on this camera is that I can actually see that I am indeed in shot. With this camera you can shoot in 1080p right through to 4K. I've spent a little time exploring and already I've found some really useful features and functions that I know I'll use, like slow motion, time-lapse, hyperlapse, a few more that I can't remember, and no doubt I'll find out loads more as the weeks and months go on. The image stabilization function on this camera is absolutely immense, and that's going to really come into its own when I'm up in the mountains hiking, on the water kayaking, skiing or whatever. There's another fly. The lens settings on this camera run from narrow to ultra wide, which is going to give me some really cool effects I've just got to get used to switching between them. The focus range is from 0.3 meters, 30 centimeters, about a foot, up to infinity. So that's going to give me a lot of versatility. So if I'm in the woods and I come across wild edibles like mushrooms, I can photograph or capture those quite easily and accurately, right through to big vistas, whether I'm up in the mountains, out to sea, or up on the Arctic Ocean. It does have a limited digital zoom of 4x magnification, but when that zoom is being used, it can limit some of the other functions. I can't describe them yet because I don't know, I've not played with it enough. But this camera for me isn't about a zoom. This camera isn't going to be used to get close-ups of, I don't know, toadstools and birds or polar bears and penguins. This is a general purpose camera, and all of these functions are easy to access, and just like with anything, the more I do it, the more I'll learn and the easier it will become. One more really important thing that I love, even if the camera's off like this, if I suddenly come across a situation that I want to start filming, all I've got to do is hit record and it will just start to record, and I love that. This camera uses a magnet and clip section on the bottom, or system on the bottom, and attaches to that is a little clip which then attaches to usual action cam mounts. What that means is that if you've got a shed load of GoPro accessories or accessories from similar cameras, you know, chest straps, head straps, all that kind of stuff, they're going to fit. You don't have to splash out and start all over again. I also bought this cage to go around mine. As well as offering a slightly enhanced level of protection for my shiny new camera, it also means that I can flip it to shoot from horizontal to vertical video using this mount. So if I want to record YouTube shorts or Instagram reels or whatever, I can upload from the camera to the DJI app, edit and post from my phone. The DJI app is actually really cool, as well as the editing functions and features and the upload to social media and stuff. I can actually control the camera using my phone. That's not in focus, but you get the drift. I've also bought this DJI multifunctional battery case, which charges 3 batteries simultaneously, although I've only got 2, one's in the camera and one's in the case. It's also got slots to store 3 memory cards. And you can use this with all the batteries in it as a power bank to charge other devices like, I don't know, your mobile phone. One other accessory that I've purchased so far is this selfie stick with a tripod function. It's not a branded product, so it's cost effective but very functional. Again, I'll drop a link below. To summarize, I think that the DJI Osmo Action 3 is a fantastic camera for what I need right now. It's compact, it's waterproof, it's robust, it appears to be easy to use, and the more I get experience with the camera, the more I learn, the more my knowledge and capabilities increase, the better chance I've got of using this camera to its full potential. I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button and give this video a like, a thumbs up, whatever you want to call it. And as always, be good, be brilliant, be awesome, and remember, if I can help you in any way, get in touch, let's have a conversation and make good stuff happen. See ya.